So I'm on my way to go pick up a comic book collection. He has a lot of Bronze Age books. I saw some Bronze Age horror. I saw some Silver Age in there as well. And also a box full of keys, which I'm really excited to dig through. So let's head down there. It's about 40 minutes away from where I live. And I'll try to get some footage of us digging through. And then, of course, if I buy anything, when we get home, I'll show you everything I picked up. And I'll let you know exactly what I paid. All right, stay tuned. So, quite a few stuff. This is the best box here. Some cool stuff here. We got a little Poison Ivy, some Spidey, X-Men 100, First Hawk and Dove. Some early X-Men. Star Wars, 2 Star Wars ones, some Bikini Archie, Superman, that's a cool book, X-Men 92, and were you buying stuff these like off the rack or later on in comic shops or?
No, I never ever went to a comic shop.
No.
It was always
just like at the gas station or
no,
yard
sales,
oh okay
markets.
oh okay
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, this is a cool box. All right, so I'm home now, and this is everything I picked up out of that guy's collection. I'm going to go ahead and go through everything, possibly rebag and board everything, and then I'll show you everything I picked up. But I do think I got a pretty good deal. There are at least 100 books in here, probably more, maybe close to like 150, maybe even 200 comics. But I do have a funny story to tell you about picking up this collection. All right, so this transaction was a little frustrating, and I'm going to explain why. When I got there, I talked to the gentleman selling the books. He was actually very friendly, very nice guy. But I asked him how much he wanted for the entire collection, and he said, "I can't give you a price." And I'm like, okay, so how are we going to do this? And he said that he wanted to price all the books individually. And that's a little bit of a pet peeve of mine. I mean, if you're selling comics, at least have some prices in mind. But he wanted to price all the books on the fly using the Hip Collector app, which is something I never really use personally. Let me know down in the comments what do you think about that. It's a little bit pet peeve of mine when you're going to buy comics and, they have to price them individually, right then and there. It takes a long time. It's very frustrating. So what could have took 20 minutes today took like 2 hours. So that was a little frustrating, but it also was a good thing because it forced me to cherry pick the collection. So instead of, pulling out all the books and saying price them all individually, I just pulled out, the best stuff that I wanted for my PC or to resell, and he priced those accordingly. He did have a few boxes that he say were $1 to $3 books. So I bundled all those together. And then he had the other boxes that were priced like $20 to $50 or, $50 to $100 or whatever they were. He had them kind of separated by like better books. But it took a while. It was a little frustrating, but we ended up making a deal, and I think it was very fair, and I think he walked away happy, and I walked away happy as well. So let's get to the collection. All right, so here's everything I purchased today. I did go and rebag and board all the comics, and there ended up being 146 comics total that I purchased out of this collection. There's some really great stuff in here, and I can't wait to show you. These 3 piles here were all out of his $1 to $2 boxes. And this pile here are all of the keys and better books. There's some great stuff that I pulled out of this collection. Let's dive in and see everything I picked up. So starting off, we have some Bronze Age horror, Secrets of Haunted House, issue 20. Great looking covers. Also, we had a bunch of these 2001 Space Odyssey books. Issue number 2, number 3, 4, 5, issue number 6. Issue number 7, which is a teaser of Mr. Machine, also known as Machine Man. Really cool. So this is like a little preview of Machine Man. And then issue number 8 is the first appearance. And then issue number 9 is like a second appearance. And then issue number 10. So I didn't have issue number 8, but I did have issue number 9. It's somewhere in here. So that was pretty cool. We have Marvel Team Up 58, Ghost Rider. I just like that book. John Carter, Warlord of Mars, issue number 1. There's 1, 2 of those. Pretty cool. I think there's another one in here. Son of Satan, issue number 3. Issue number 2. We got Isis, issue number 1. I didn't realize, but it had a kind of a little chunk taken out of the top there. But, I mean, for $1 or less, that's a cool little book. Son of Satan, issue number 8. Marvel 2-in-1 featuring Scarecrow. That's a cool book. Some Red Sonja. We got issue number 6. We have Cobra, issue number 1. These were all his $1 to $2 books, and after bundling them up, I spent about $1 each on these. Omega the Unknown, issue number 1. Logan's Run, number 1. Marvel 2-in-1 featuring Son of Satan. Another Omega the Unknown, number 1. Black Goliath, number 2. Son of Satan, number 4. Shade the Changing Man, number 1. First appearance. Decent grade on this one, too. That was a fun little find. Ghost Rider 56. We got Battlestar Galactica, issue number 1. That's cool. Marvel Adventure featuring Daredevil, issue number 1. There's 2 of those. We got Marvel Super Action, number 1. You see a theme here, guys. Lots of number 1 issues in his dollar bins. There is Star Hunters, number 1. I don't know, kind of cool. Freedom Fighters, number 1. We have DC First Issue Special, number 1. This is the first appearance of Atlas. That was pretty cool. All right, some cool Bronze Age DC Western. We got Trigger Twins, number 1. I've never seen that book. That is really cool. We got Machine Man, number 1. Another John Carter, which is, I think this was like a higher grade one. Logan's Run, number 1. There's that 2001 Space Odyssey, number 9, which is the second appearance of Machine Man, or Mr. Machine, as he was called there. Weird War Tales. There's a lot of cool war books, a lot of cool westerns, a lot of cool horror, and of course some superhero stuff. So don't worry. Marvel Presents, number 1, featuring Bloodstone. Supernatural Thrillers 10. Frankenstein, number 12. I was really happy to find some of these. Knight Rider. I love the Carter Slade, Western Ghost Rider. That's awesome. Marvel Chillers, number 1, in pretty high grade. Man-Thing, number 1, for $1. That is awesome. Action Comics, issue number 408. I just grabbed it. I thought that was cool. We got Ghosts. We have Chamber of Chills. Creatures on the Loose. Phantom Stranger. Secrets of Haunted House. That's issue number 11. Some more Creatures on the Loose. Great covers on these books. Shadow, number 4. Chamber of Chills, number 4. Marvel Movie Special, number 1. That's cool, with a Island of Dr. Moreau. Found an ARG, number 5. Pretty funny cover here. You got the werewolf giving Dracula therapy. So pretty interesting. Weird War Tales, 95. This was cool. I've never seen this one before. Korg, 70,000 BC, issue number 1. Little Hanna-Barbera Charlton book. That's pretty cool. Great looking cover. We have some more Red Sonja, issue number 5. Issue number 6. Savage Submariner, 71. Most of these are like mid-grade. I mean, there's a couple better ones. There's a couple lower ones. A lot of these books definitely could improve from a press. Just a lot of little moisture, wrinkling to the covers, things like that. No severe damage though. Marvel Premiere 20. Weird Adventure Comics. That's an awesome cover. This one's lower grade, but still really cool. Superboy. Really cool cover there. Marvel Feature number 3, featuring Red Sonja. This one was like super low grade, but it was a 12 pence variant, so that was kind of cool. Red Sonja number 3. Marvel Feature number 2. Giant Size Conan number 5. A couple other number 1s in here. Champion Sports number 1. We got Prez number 1. Another Prez. We got another Machine Man number 1 in pretty decent shape. It needs a little bit of a press, but not too bad. And then Invincible Iron Man Annual number 3 with a really cool Man-Thing cover. All right, let's keep going. Continuing on, we got this little Dell Tom and Jerry Winter Fun giant book. I mean, it looked cool. I don't know. I grabbed it. Omega the Unknown, another one of those. Another Freedom Fighters number 1. This was a cool cover. Adventure Comics 412. Little bondage, little crazy battle scene on there. Lois Lane issue number, 112. Thought that was a cool cover. Army at War number 1. Some Charlton, Billy the Kid, Gunfighters, Rawhide Kid, King Size number 1. That was cool. Men of War. This is mostly, I think, War and Western pile here. Some cool stuff. Combat Kelly number 2. That was cool. Men of War. G.I. War. Johnny Thunder, issue number 2. That's pretty cool. If you like the Western stuff like I do, which I just love this stuff. Bunch of cool Charlton. Got some G.I. Combat. 4 Battle Tales, really cool. Like Frogmen cover. Men of War. And then a couple random Yogi Bear books. Issue number 6. Back to War. Star Spangled War. Keep on going. Sergeant Fury, issue 98. It's got a little grease pencil on there. Men of War. Some Charlton War. Johnny Thunder, issue number 1. A little bit lower grade, but that was cool. Another Yogi Bear, issue number 3. Men of War. Some really cool cover art and stuff like that on these ones. Sergeant Fury, that's a great cover. Really like that one. 141. And then some Bronze Age Romance, My Love, issue 27. These are all books that were in his $1 to $2 bins, and I think those were a steal for just $1. All right, so getting into the keys and better books. First one here is Witching Hour, issue number 2. It's got a little bit of a spine roll. Definitely needs to be pressed, but happy to find that one. Next up, we have Knight Rider, issue number 1. I love the Western Knight Rider, Carter Slade. Of course, they had to rename this Bronze Age title to Knight Rider because the other Ghost Rider came out, Johnny Blaze, and they had to change the Western Ghost Rider to Knight Rider. So this began the Bronze Age run of Carter Slade. But speaking of that Silver Age run, I did pick up Ghost Rider number 5. These are amazing books. I love finding these in collections. Just a huge fan of that series. Next up, we have Spidey Super Stories, issue number 1. Pretty decent shape on the book. Really happy to find that one. I've never owned that. Also, Ghost Castle, issue number 1. Really nice condition on this one. And I have this one graded, but I don't have it raw, so I'm happy to grab that. Some Weird Wonder Tales, issue number 6. It's kind of funny because some of the Bronze Age horror stuff was in his better boxes, and then there was a bunch of Bronze Age horror in the dollar boxes. So didn't really make a whole lot of sense, but they were about the same grade. Here's Gunhawks, issue number 1. This one's a little bit lower grade as well. But it's funny, that was in the the better books. He wanted $5, $10, $15 for that book, even though I didn't pay that much. We'll talk about that in a minute. Secrets of Haunted House number 1. Really cool swamp creature cover. Also picked up Patsy Walker Queen Size Annual, issue number 1. It's in really high grade, so I just grabbed it. This is a cool book here, Adventure and a Fear, issue 20. First solo Morbius title. Really cool. Happy to find that one. Also, War is Hell, issue number 1. That's a great little book. Also, Red Wolf number 1. These are kind of more mid-grade copies. This was a great find. This is awesome. I love this cover. Lois Lane, issue number 111. Really, really cool cover. I mean, they call it a key because it's like a bondage cover, kind of. But honestly, besides the whole bondage thing, that is a really, really like beautiful colors. I love the yellows and the green, and Lois in a bikini too. Not a bad cover. How about Giant Size Kid Colt and Knight Rider? I've never seen this one before. It's in really high grade and it's a square bound, so that was a cool little find. OMAC One Man Army, issue number 1. My all-time least favorite comic book cover. This is a awful cover. Oh my gosh. That is horrible. But I grabbed it because I never owned that book. I found a little Golden Age Western. Pretty cool here. Wild Western issue number 12 with Black Rider, Toonga Kid, Prairie Kid. Lower grade, but happy to find some Golden Age. Some more romance. We have Young Brides issue number 1 from Charlton. Kind of cool. Little Amazing Spider-Man 177. Awesome cover. Namor, Savage Submariner issue number 66. Really, really cool cover with this guy riding like an orca. I don't know if is that a killer whale or a shark. How about this? I love this cover as well. Superman 243. Just a classic cover. It's been homaged a million times. Really, really great cover. Secrets of Haunted House issue number 2. I like the purple on that one. Very cool. And Ghost Rider 14. I actually needed this for my run, so that was a nice little find. Weird War Tales, issue 19. Like some of these here really aren't keys or really not even better books, but he had them in his, priced books or whatever you call it. War is Hell number 6. Issue number 7 featuring Sergeant Fury. And then skipping back to issue number 4. Really wild cover. And Jonah Hex issue number 2. Happy to grab that one. Now let's get to all the best books. Starting off, we have Giant Size Creatures featuring The Werewolf by Night, issue number 1. And this is the first appearance of Tigra, formerly known as Cat. But really, really cool book here. I own this one, and I bought it off of Whatnot, and when I got it, it was missing the Marvel value stamp, which was really unfortunate. So this one does have the Marvel value stamp. Really, really happy to finally have a complete, version of that book. This was a cool find. Avengers issue number 80. The book looks pretty good, and this is the first appearance of Red Wolf. Really awesome. One of my just a really cool character. I really like Red Wolf, and it's got a great cover, and that is his first appearance, Avengers 80. Happy to grab that. How about Amazing Spider-Man issue number 60? Just a classic John Romita Sr. cover. Really, really cool cover featuring Kingpin, and this is actually the Kingpin's 5th appearance in comics. And speaking of John Romita, how about this one, guys? Amazing Spider-Man 47 with that really amazing Kraven the Hunter cover, John Romita Sr. I mean, you got a bunch of little Spideys jumping around. I just love this book. What an awesome cover. I've never owned that one either. Really excited to have that. All right, 2 more books, and they're pretty awesome. How about Captain America 117? This is the first appearance of Falcon. Just a classic book right here. I have one of these in my collection, but somebody punched 3 holes, like a 3-ring binder hole punch in the comic. And I got it really cheap. So I've been sitting on that book for a long time and finally have an upgrade. This one really isn't a huge upgrade. I mean, it's got, some marker on the cover. It's lower grade, but still presents much nicer than the other copy I own. Really excited about that one. And last but not least, Daredevil 131. Another book that I've wanted for a long time, just haven't come across one at a decent price. I mean, it's got a little bit of spine wear. I mean, it's not the highest of grades, but first appearance of Bullseye. Really excited to add these to my collection. So I'm pretty excited. I think this is a great pickup. Now let me tell you exactly what I paid and what I think about this collection. All right, so I'm really happy with this collection purchase. I feel like I got a great deal, and there's some incredible books that I'm adding to my PC and some great books that I can resell as well. So there ended up being 146 comics total in this collection, and I ended up paying $645. So something I like to do is do a cost average of what it costs per comic. So I paid $645. There's 146 comics. That comes out to be about $4.40 per book. And then what I like to do is look at all the comics in this collection and see, are all of these books worth at least $4 or $4.40? And, I feel like that the majority of the books in this collection are worth $4 or much more. There's a couple books that maybe I would have to resell like $2, $3. But the majority are pretty good, and with the condition and all those number ones and the just a really great Bronze Age titles and some Silver Age and those keys, I feel like I definitely got a great deal. So I'm really happy with this purchase. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think my best book was, or what was your favorite part of this collection? And let me know if you would have paid that price as well. Typically for, $650 almost, you kind of want to get more books, like a bigger collection, you would think, but I think the quality was over the quantity. So very happy, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, and as always, I will see you on the next one.